The PNM is crumbling before our eyes. A message from Robert LaHunt, former Vice Chairman of the PNM, former Minister of Public Utilities, lifetime member of the PNM since 1986, to Stuart Young. Dear Mr. Young, I have noted your recent public comments urging a focus on peace and stability within the People's National Movement, PNM, and your reference to having maintained silence throughout the internal election process. I commend your years of public service, both as a former cabinet minister and as the elected member of Parliament for Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. Your commitment to country and party is not in question, and as a young and capable parliamentarian, I look forward to you continuing to serve the PNM in the years ahead. That said, I believe it is important at this moment to speak plainly and with honesty. Leadership is not solely about holding office or exercising influence. It is, above all, about taking responsibility. The burden of leadership includes owning not just your successes, but your failures, and recognizing when decisions made, whether in tone, style, or substance, have led to unintended and damaging consequences for the party and for the people we are sworn to serve. I was among those who questioned the circumstances surrounding your emergence as the anointed successor to the Prime Minister. While the process may have been legally correct, many saw it as morally questionable and lacking in transparency. These are not self-serving concerns. They are matters of principle that go to the heart of democratic leadership. Let us also be clear, the last general election was very much a referendum on the PNM's past governance and its proposed future under your leadership. The campaign, as we all witnessed, was centered heavily on you as the face of the next generation, dynamic, assertive, and carrying forward the legacy of Dr. Rowley. In fact, many within the party and the wider electorate voiced concern that the campaign became too personalized, too centered on one individual, rather than reflecting the collective vision of the PNM. That approach was rejected soundly. The PNM lost close to a third of its base, and many constituencies that were once firm strongholds expressed disillusionment, not just with policies, but with the tone and attitude of our leadership. In your recent statement, you reference your personal electoral success in Port of Spain, North St. Anne's West. While that is duly noted, we must be honest, winning your seat in a deeply entrenched PNM constituency while the party was routed nationally is not an extraordinary feat. To use a sporting analogy, when a team loses 10-1, it is inappropriate for the captain to boast about scoring the lone goal. Leadership in defeat demands introspection, not applause. The country did not just reject policy. It rejected a leadership style perceived as arrogant, dismissive, and too often marked by inflammatory comments in Parliament and public discourse. That style, attributed in large part to both yourself and Dr. Rowley, has driven many loyal supporters to the sidelines. And while families struggle, uncertain about their economic futures, it is not lost on the population that those who led the country continue to enjoy taxpayer-funded pensions exceeding $1 million annually. In such a context, the minimum expectation is an acknowledgement of missteps and a sincere apology to the population and the party. Reminding us that you won your seat in a stronghold does not meet the moment. What is needed now is humility, contrition, and a commitment to rebuilding from the ground up. Political maturity requires the ability to admit when things have gone wrong and the wisdom to rebuild with a renewed sense of purpose. I sincerely hope that this period in opposition is used wisely, not just to regroup, but to reflect on the causes of our defeat and to design a more inclusive, empathetic, and forward-looking model of leadership. Mr. Young, your talents are evident, but as with all leaders, your ultimate success will not be measured by personal victories, but by your ability to learn, grow, and lift others with you. That, more than anything, is what the PNM and the country needs now, with respect and sincerity.